muito de ver, não, mas tem gente que gosta. Então, vamos lá. Agora que a gente está ao vivo no YouTube, eu vou falar um pouquinho da TALKNTALK, né? Nós somos uma plataforma de conversação, onde você pode vir aqui e agendar imersões em vários idiomas. Hoje a gente vai falar em inglês sobre Kids and Technology. Então, let's go to the questions. First question is, how young is too young for a child to have access to a mobile phone? Então, com quantos anos é cedo, né? Quão jovem é muito jovem, né? Uma criança ter acesso a um telefone celular. Na opinião de vocês, of course, né? In your opinion. Então, Bruna, let's start with you. How young is too young for a child to have access to a mobile device?
I think for a child com menos de 2 years ago, I believe is young too much.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you see that in everyone, né?
Mm-hmm.
Muito novo.
Yeah, 2 years old, too young. Muito novo mesmo, 2 anos é muito novo. And for you, Hugo, how young is too young for a child to have access to a mobile device?
I believe that then last 5 years, but I believe this is impossible for they because the parents for the child stop crying give the cell phone for child 2 years old, but in my opinion, last 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too young. But nowadays, that's the solution, né? Essa é a solução. Até porque as crianças hoje estão muito doidas, né, gente? Aí a melhor solução que tem é botar a TV, um telefone, que aí elas param de ser doidas, pelo menos por uns instantes. And for you, Fran, how young is too young for a child to have access to a mobile device?
Children under 3 years old, I think, are too young for mobile device access.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too young. That's true. Perfect. And for you, Priscilla, how young is too young?
So in my opinion, before the age of 4 and 3 years, yeah, I believe this is not appropriate this before these ages.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And for you, Matthew, how young is too young? Matthew, are you alive? Acho que o Márcio tá meio freezing, congelou. Márcio, tá me ouvindo?
Yeah.
Ah, now we can hear you. So, Márcio, how young is too young for you?
So, in my opinion, Giovanna, not exist age, exist control time, because it's interesting about the children watch one video in cell phone. For example, in my case, I have my granddaughter. My granddaughter, she have 5 months. My daughter, in some moments during the day, show for your children one video YouTube channel, for example, cartoon. I think interesting because nowadays is difficult not access the children by cell phone and laptop. I believe in control the time, because when the children using during the day 7 time, another activities not happen. I believe in control the time, because nowadays the technology advancing during the years a lot. Interesting, you use it for a good cause.
That's true. Yeah, I had this when I was younger. When I was a child, I could use it. I didn't have a cell phone, né? Eu não tinha acesso celular, até porque era pouco comum as pessoas terem smartphone. But I had access to TV. And then my mother controlled the time that I could watch TV. Né? Minha mãe controlava o tempo que eu podia assistir TV. Então, I remember clearly that every day on Disney Channel there was a movie 8 p.m. Aí é o horário que eu não podia ver TV, de 8 às 10 da noite e depois eu ia dormir. Because it was the Disney movie, the movie from Disney. Era o horário do filme da Disney. Aí eu sempre via e ia dormir. It was the time that I could watch TV. And then, later, I didn't watch it. Eu não via TV mais cedo, porque eu tinha que estudar, eu tava na escola, enfim. It was always like that. Control time. I guess that's the best solution. Because it's impossible to keep them away from technology, né? É impossível você deixar a criança longe da tecnologia hoje em dia, né? Então, o jeito é controlar o tempo mesmo. I guess that's the best.
Interesting. You said, because this contact with technology always happening. Another time television, another time DVD de Patati Patatá, Galinha Pintadinha, and the others for children. In my case, for example, when a young, not existe internet, but I watch Show da Xuxa and Sessão da Tarde and another thing. I had contact with the technology this moment. Nowadays, different because you screen in your hand, but the control is necessary of time.
That's true. That's true. Because we think technology is something just that is happening now, né? Uma coisa que está acontecendo só agora. E não é. Porque a gente tinha acesso à televisão, tinha acesso a DVD, né? We always had technology in our lives. And we always needed to be controlled. Sempre tivemos que ser controlados, né? Para não tornar as crianças que estão ficando aí viciadas, né? And for you, Mariana, how young is too young for a child to have access to a mobile device?
It's difficult to say a correct age for that, but for example, I'm working with a babysitter, and the mother has to lead with the difficult situation because she is very, very busy. And she had 2 kids, and the father works too, and arrive at home after 10 p.m. So most of the time for she work, he need to put in something TV for the kids watching, and they leave she to do some another things. So I thought is most of the parents give the access to technology from kids because of the rush of the day by day, and I don't know. Depends of the situation. I don't have a child, but I think if when I thought is if I can't, I will keep the kids far from the technology for a sort of the time, not little time, because I thought it's the unhelpful for the imagination or something like this. I don't know, but depends of the how do the work the manage of the family. Como depende de como funciona ali o gerenciamento da família mesmo. É difícil dizer. Não é todos, eu acredito que a maioria dos pais, I believe that most of the parents know about this is unhelpful for the kids, but in some case, they just let they watching something, or I don't know.
It's because of time too, né? Que nem você falou, eles têm que deixar a criança vendo para poder trabalhar. né? So there's also that. Nowadays they don't have a lot of time to be with their kids, né? Não tem muito tempo para estar com as crianças. Então, the solution is to give a cell phone, a tablet, television, because they need to have time, né? Tem que ter tempo. Então, it's like that.
A mãe, ela é bem consciente sobre isso, mas ela até se cobra muito, porque ela fala, mas eu não tenho o que fazer, não sei, eu não posso pagar para você vir todo dia, eu preciso trabalhar, mas, né, acontece.
Yeah. It's like that. And sometimes they guilt themselves, né? Tem gente que se culpa mesmo, né? Porque, caramba, como é que eu vou fazer? Eu não posso deixar de trabalhar, não tenho que cuidar da criança. Aí vou deixar a criança vendo TV. Aí a criança só fica muito tempo vendo TV. É impossible, né? Não tem, there's no solution for the problem, né? Não tem solução para esse problema. Muita coisa para ser pensada, né? And for you, Rafael, how young is too young for a child to have access to a mobile device?
For me, it depends. After here, Mariana and Márcio says and other people, but I have to fix age for it. I fix 5, 6 years. Less than 5, 6 years old is not good for kids. But with control, it's possible to manage a little time. We have time to play in my house, 2 hours, but I have kids for 10 years or more. I have a teenager and a kid for 10 years, but I put 2 hours to play a day. Have time to watch TV, and you have a. But I planning with my wife is more easily to execute and to manage and control. I don't know what they have to if you are a single father or single mother. Is more harder. We have manual games. I don't know how to say these games like Uno or Domino. These things.
Board games, né? Board games.
I play my daughter with my mother too. I know we have to grandma house to play. Have some activities to do. But this technology impacts so much in the kids today because they don't like to play outside. They don't like to play. I know when I kids, I love to play in the street. I did one thing and then I wanted to play outside, but they know what they are different, so different. They prefer to play a video game or I don't know, see YouTube, watch a YouTube. They are so different.
Yes,
It's hard. So I need to comprehend your kids. It's a little job. It's a hard job, and less after the end you manage time and find the ability you have if you have time for it. It's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah, that's true. It's not easy. And just like you said, they are different nowadays, né? Elas são diferentes hoje em dia, né? They don't want to go out, they don't want to play, they just want technology. I guess that's the biggest difference, né? Eu acho que essa é a maior diferença do que, pelo menos de quando eu era criança, porque eu adorava sair, eu adorava brincar com meus amigos, sabe? Even though I like to watch TV too, eu gostava de assistir TV, mas eu gostava de sair também, entre assistir TV e sair, eu preferia sair. And children nowadays, they prefer to be at the mobile all the time, preferem estar no telefone o tempo todo, né? Então, é uma loucura, gente. Criança é um trocinho muito estranho. Mas vamos lá.
Eu já intrometendo. Mas eu acho que essa cultura de antigamente, de brincar na rua, eu acho que foi mudando ao passar dos tempos por conta da violência, né?
Também.
A maioria dos pais, a vida tá violenta, as pessoas estão um pouco assim, e daí, pelo menos, eu não sei se eu deixaria meu filho brincar na rua com a violência que tem. Daí você acaba deixando as crianças dentro de casa e acaba ofertando a parte da tecnologia, e isso muda a geração inteira, né? Por conta de uma...
Mas também acho que it depends on where you are. For example, here I live in the countryside of Minas Gerais, né? Interior de Minas Gerais. Aqui eu vejo criança brincando no parquinho da praça, sabe? Coisa assim. Obviamente acontece coisas violentas aqui, né? Tem assalto de vez em quando e tal. Só que não é tão violento quanto, sei lá, Rio de Janeiro, por exemplo, né? And then children play, not on the street, né? Não na rua, mas na praça, no parquinho da praça, coisa assim. Então, I think it's normal. But also they are not alone, né? Eles não estão sozinhos, o pai tá lá. Então, é outra coisa que tem que ter tempo, né? Porque não dá pra ir sozinha. Então, é porque antigamente criança ia sozinha, depois voltava pra casa. Hoje em dia, se ela for sozinha, ela não volta mais. Então, é crazy, totally crazy. So, question number 2, guys. Why are people concerned about the use of technology by young children? Por que as pessoas estão preocupadas quanto a isso, né? Sobre o uso de tecnologia pelas crianças. Hugo, why do you think they are concerned about that?
I believe today many are not concerned. Why the time for work, for example, but the ones concerning about security and conteúdo the kids watch, for example. I believe this.
Yeah, there are a lot of tools nowadays to control the content that the kid is seeing, né? Tem muitas ferramentas para controlar isso, né? Tipo YouTube Kids, aí tem uns negócios lá de parenting. Sei lá, tem um negócio, não pode baixar um aplicativo sem aparecer no telefone do pai, várias coisas. But they don't control the time, né? Não controla o tempo, controla só o que a criança está vendo, né? That's true. They are more concerned about what than how much time, né, they are spending on that. And for you, Bruna, why are people concerned about the use of technology by young children? Bruna, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but falhou quando você falou meu nome. I believe que that's more problem is because we still don't know the effects that this exposition to technology. And is a word new, and I believe that is more problem. I believe the security is a question, but we don't know these effects.
Yeah, that's true. It's impossible to know, né? É muito difícil saber quais vão ser os resultados disso, né? Quais são os efeitos desse uso, né? It's impossible. We're going to know in a few years from now, né? Vamos saber daqui a alguns anos. Now it's impossible.
Já tá dando para ver assim a personalidade dos mais novos, né? Que a gente ainda brincou na rua, mas as gerações depois não. São, como no vídeo, não estão desenvolvendo as skills de comunicação.
As social skills estão péssimas de criança, elas não sabem conversar mais, gente. Tem criança tão muito estranha, que elas não falam, que não conversa com adulto, nem com criança, acha estranho quando a pessoa fala com você. And it's not like that. We need to talk to each other, né? A gente tem que conversar, vivemos em sociedade, né? But they don't know that, né? Elas não conhecem esse mundo sociável, né?
Pegando o gancho, sorry, but my answer is about that because my sister can be hardly with this, to deal with this, because my nephew, it's like Bruno say and you and the video say, she offered the technology for my nephew since he was a baby because he needs to work, and today he can't speak with the another people. he speak with her, my mother, and me, but he don't have a communication with another person, and others significant to things like a problems with the combination, and this affect him imagination because he can play alone, like most of kids. They have, if they boneco and imagine the things and play alone, he can. And this is the one effect for offer so soon technology for kids.
No, that's an effect that is totally visible. There in my college, we have a thing called LDH, que é Laboratório de Desenvolvimento Humano. E aí é uma escola para criança muito pequena, no qual a gente vê como elas convivem, né? Elas têm aulas, mas aí tem uma aula chamada aula de vida, que aí elas aprendem a se conviver. And then there was a time there that they did something different. They took out all the cell phones, tiraram todos os celulares das crianças, que todo mundo tem celular, tipo, com 4 anos. And then they gifted them dolls, deram bonecas. Criança não sabia brincar de boneca. Ela fala, o que eu vou fazer com a boneca? E quando a gente é pequena, a gente cria cenários com a boneca, né? A boneca vai andar de carro, a boneca vai fazer isso. And then they didn't know. Eles não sabiam. O que eu faço? Eles ficaram confusos. And that's so weird, because it affects their creativity and imagination, né? Que nem a Mariana falou. Afeta a criatividade e imaginação, que é o que você precisa para brincar de boneca, para você brincar de alguma coisa, para você fazer um desenho, qualquer coisa que criança faz, né? Precisa de criatividade. And they don't have anymore, né? Não tá tendo mais. A gente fala muito de criança, porque eu estudo elas, né? Então, eu adoro falar disso. Mas that's totally true. It's totally affects their imagination, creativity, totally. It's terrible to see that. É terrível ver uma coisa dessa. Mas acontece.
Os psicólogos falam que tem estudos, né? Que a criança, ela tem 3 fases. Ela tem o ócio, aí ela passa pela imaginação, criatividade, e aí ela brinca. Aí eles estão dizendo que as crianças estão pulando essa fase, né? Por conta da tecnologia. Ela tá no ócio, não tem o que fazer, vou pro computador, pro tablet, nananã. E aí essa fase da criatividade, da imaginação, ela fica afetada, né? E aí ela não desenvolve, que é super importante.
Of course. Because you don't need to think what they're going to do. Não tem que pensar no que eles vão fazer, do que eu vou brincar agora. Não, tem que inventar uma brincadeira. Eles só pegam o telefone e abrem o joguinho deles, sabe? And that's totally true. I've seen some studies like that too. Eu já li um texto disso também, que tem 3 fases, né? E elas não estão tendo a fase que eu diria que é a mais importante,
Sim,
né?
yes.
And even us adults are suffering from that too, tá? A gente acha que a gente tá livre, mas a gente não tá, não, porque a gente não consegue criar nada mais. A gente até criou um ditado, né? Nada se cria, tudo se copia. E é verdade, porque nada é criado mais. A gente só imita dos outros, né? We just ask for ChatGPT to do, a gente só pede pro ChatGPT fazer, a gente não cria mais coisas, because everything is on our hands, né? Tudo tá na nossa mão. Então, o que a gente vai criar? We're just like kids, né? Ratinhos de laboratório também, somos iguais a eles. So let's see. Priscilla, why are people concerned about the use of technology by young children?
So it's everybody said about that. It's a difficult situation because there are two, in my point of view, 2 situations. About you can control this time about the children watching TV or the time in the computer, for example, and in my opinion, it's not good to mental health. Yeah, because to involve the creative and anything, and about the videos inappropriate. Yeah, not appropriate about the children, and sometimes you can to control about that. Yeah, because for example, parents, it's normal, don't have time, and you can see with your children search about in cell phone, for example, maybe the children can see something is not appropriate. Yeah, because this, in my opinion, it's difficult today to don't give this the product, technology product. Yeah, but I don't have a children. But in my point of view, if I a children, I don't give that product. Yeah, I don't agree with this. But I imagine it's not. It's difficult because there are friends in the school, for example, have. Yeah, but it's a situation complicated.
No, totally. It's impossible to keep them away. É impossível deixar eles afastados disso.
Yeah.
Porque todo mundo tem. Então, é igual a moça falou no vídeo, né? Se o seu filho vê você sempre usando celular, ele acha certo você usar celular.
Yeah.
Então, é isso, né? Não tem jeito. E a gente precisa usar, né? Para trabalhar, para se comunicar e tal. Então, a criança vai ver e vai repetir, né? Do the same thing. Então, é totally crazy. É uma situação muito difícil de ser resolvida, né? Criamos o mundo e não sabemos como resolver.
Yeah, it's true.
And for you, Márcio, why are people concerned about the use of technology by young children?
So, in my opinion, about the concern, the content, sexual and violence is complicated because children can see several things not control. You said about the I forgot the name. The controlar o conteúdo. The apps and another things. Nowadays, I forgot last weekend, in the programa Fantástico, to show one happening about the app Discord. Discord send me WhatsApp and another app, because there the young is forced to do activities in your house. The same test. One young to put fire in your sofa because the test record the file in sofa share in the app Discord, realizing this activity in our house. This most concern because several people not nowadays not have about limits. For example, in my case, I have my son. I talk with him a lot because he uses technology. My son have 14 years. He uses cell phone and computer a lot. Uses Discord and another thing. But I trust with him because I talk with him a lot. Because I need constant. Because the internet change the strategies for happening different things with the young. In the past, exists the changing baleia azul in the past. Nowadays, I see about the Discord. I believe concern the people about this different happening inside the internet.
Uhum. No, there are a lot of dangerous things that children can find, né? Tem muitas coisas muito perigosas que criança pode achar lá, né? I remember this Blue Whale Challenge. Eu lembro, eu tinha, sei lá, 13 anos na época desse Blue Whale aí. And then it was terrible. Nossa, era uma coisa assim que I didn't participate on that, of course, but I remember that I had some friends that thought it was amazing, era uma coisa super legal, and it's totally dangerous, né? Completamente perigoso. Então, people should be careful with that. Parents should be aware, né? Os pais têm que estar cientes do que o filho está fazendo no telefone, né? Sei que é impossível estar o tempo todo, mas sabe pelo menos o que ele gosta de fazer, né, e tal, because it's important, né? Importante. And for you, Rafael, why are people concerned about the use of technology by young children?
I think it's about time, about control, things like that. But it's hard to say, it's hard to execute. And I said before, the kids are different. They have a less, don't have a lot of, they don't want to participate in activities with your parents outside. They have a more shame about your parents, We have I have a little daughter, and they have rules, any not kisses, not hugs, without home, Without home, she wants I have a behavior like I don't know, normal people, not to have fun, and have a kiss her, they don't only home. And I think it's about we have to understand the kids generation of the kids today to start to do some actions about the behavior. You say about imagination, we have used imagination entire life, and they like cooking, watch people cook. They people cook different things, different countries, different cultures. They have mixed these things. They have to use a lot of imagination. I have developed too, but I only work here like a web designer, graphic designer. You have to searching a lot, try different things about a product. You say you think about your age when I have a kid. You have to draw things, invented things. I have a little class, but I have it so interesting because art, study art, and like I don't know, say cera, lápis de cor, these things, have to imagination. Just put off your mind. It's help me when I kids. It help me now when I have adult people. If you have to draw one thing today with your kids, they have a little barriers and a lot of things they don't want to do. It's hard, but it's possible to have a concern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's possible to create a balance, né? É possível criar um equilíbrio, né? Você pode usar o telefone agora, mas depois vamos tentar desenhar alguma coisa, sei lá. And those things that you mentioned, giz de cera, né? Crayons, colored pencils, essas coisas coloridas para criança é ótimo, né? Porque aí ela vai imaginando as coisas dela, vai desenhando lá aquelas coisas doidas que criança gosta de desenhar. E aí usa a imaginação mesmo que para uma coisa tão pequena, né? It's important, né? Eu acho muito importante isso para o desenvolvimento, né, cognitivo das pessoas. And for you, Fran, why are people concerned about the use of technology by young children?
Because children are getting access to technology early, and this has created a lot of emotional problems. They are more and more children with depression and anxiety because of the time they are connected.
That's true. A lot of children with depression, anxiety, muita criança depressiva com ansiedade por conta disso. Foi o tema do trabalho que eu estava fazendo ontem, inclusive, saúde mental das crianças. Because they are totally addicted, né? São viciadas, né? Então, como qualquer pessoa que é viciada, se está sem o seu vício, ela fica com um problema, né? Depression, anxiety, ou qualquer...
né?
Exatamente. E aí elas estão assim, criança tá tudo assim. E criança jovem, gente. Tem criança que eu vejo no meu trabalho, tem 5 anos e é depressiva, tem que tomar remédio pesado para depressão. Então, assim, too early, né? É muito cedo para ter um tipo de problema desse. É, but it happens, e mostly because of technology, né? Porque uma coisa leva a outra, né? Às vezes, muito tempo com a tecnologia deixa uma ausência dos pais, e aí, com a ausência dos pais, a criança se sente sozinha, fica depressiva. Então, it's something that children, they are complicated, né? Elas são muito complicadas. So let's go to question number 3. What are some positive aspects of children using technology? Até agora a gente falou de coisas ruins, né? De crianças usando tecnologia, que é meio ruim mesmo. Então, vamos usar aqui quais são as coisas positivas das crianças usarem tecnologia. Márcio, let's start with you. Some positive aspects of children using technology.
So the positive, I believe, is developing your I forgot the name in English, raciocínio lógico, because they use the games since children. Games nowadays help the people the fast. I forgot the name raciocínio in English. I believe it is a positive point. Another point, the parents can speak with your children, use the app WhatsApp and another things about the video chat, because the parents working, your kid leave. I forgot the baba. And another relatives, mother-in-law, grandmother, and another relative, the parents can speak your kids use the video chat is another positive point. Another positive point, the children can choose your cartoon and movie kids can watch, because in my time when I young, I watch the program Sessão da Tarde, for example. I don't choose my movie this moment. Another possibility, I chose one movie, I need rent in the locadora. I forgot the name locadora. Nowadays, I can choose my movie. I can choose my cartoon. This, I believe, is a positive point.
That's true. I never thought about that, né? Quando eu era pequena, eu não podia escolher, não. Eu tinha que ver o que estava passando. Today I choose, and I don't know even what to choose. Não sei nem escolher, né? Mas aí, quando a gente não escolhia. That's true. I never thought about that. Nunca parei de pensar nisso, não. And for you, Mariana, what are some positive aspects of children using technology?
I see one example, and this example is my husband. He played video games since he was 10 age, and he learned English, play video games, and he never studying in school or something like that. And he do interview in English, and he got a job, international job, and today he works here, like you know, in another country. He lives in Prague, and he can, because of that, he can speak with his colleagues from work and do another things. And I thought this is a positive point about technology, because when he was a child, the most of the games is in English, and then for him no games we translate in Portuguese is difficult, so he start to learn English, and he is very well. It's not fluent, but very, very well. and it's a positive thing, but I don't know. Depends of the kids and the age and everything.
No, that's totally positive. If you know what you're doing, né? Se você sabe o que você está fazendo no seu jogo, usando o acesso à internet, it can be really useful, né? Pode ser muito útil. Você vê, você vai aprender uma língua nova usando tecnologia, né? So it's totally useful if you know what you're doing, né? Se você souber o que você está fazendo. Porque também tem muita coisa que é...
Yeah, after some years, he started to play with another colleagues from another country, so this improve his English. So it's good for it was good for him.
Of course, perfect. And for you, Fran, what are some positive aspects of children using technology? Fran, you're muted.
Technology helps provide access to help of informational knowledge, eliminate geographical boundaries, and gives children access to diverse cultures and new knowledge.
That's true, the culture exchange, né? As diferenças culturais que as crianças aprendem, né? Tem muita coisa que a gente não vê, né, no nosso dia a dia. And then with technology, they can see a lot of different things. That's true. Perfect. And for you, Priscilla, what are some positive aspects of children using technology?
So my opinion depends of the situation, the age, yeah. But for to complete the everybody said, I see about independence, because when the children more contacts about that, the technology, you just, I don't know, desperta the curiosity and to search about different things. And when I start in the school, for example, it's possible the children to search, to create the work school. Yeah, I don't know the correct name, but it's a good, it's a positive aspect in my opinion. And to complete the everybody said, yeah, I can see this situation in the future.
No, that's true. They are totally curious, né? Se tem uma coisa que elas são curiosas, né?
Yeah.
They have explanation for everything in the internet, né? Tem explicação para tudo na internet, então elas querem saber de tudo mesmo. So that's true. They are really curious. Perfect. And for you, Rafael, what are some positive aspects of children using technology?
I think they want to know the word. They want they know more the word. You know about. I say, my kids example, my daughter example, like a food. They see a YouTube food about different countries: Korea, South Korea, India, Brazil, because it's a lot of different kinds of food. You know. And another country, Netflix, they see these programs about cake, a lot of programs, a lot of series about cake. I think they have help to comprehend the words, the more big they can imagine about the games. A little Mariana say about learning English, you know. I think as a first contact with English is a video game, is like to understand the instructions about the game, how to do, how to not do, you know. I try to put the games in English for help my kids to learn, because if you don't have a challenge, you don't have to go anywhere, no, because we are a little slowly, not slowly, the word I forgot now, preguiçoso agora, to don't like a challenge, you know. They play a lot of time about League of Legends. They have itens, they have name of champions, you know. A lot of things you can help you to understand English. You have, I don't know, researching. You can use Google. You can use Duolingo. They use a Duolingo, content Duolingo. With Duolingo today, you have to only case to learn English. I don't know. I say not important to go to school or go a teacher, but you don't have money to do it. You only have to use a Duolingo, which Google Translate, YouTube. You can learn English only with these keys, you know. Buy a little book. I think it's a lot of good things, you know. But you have to be controlled. You have to do your kids are doing to have to make the kids safe is a big challenge for us, you know, big challenge for parents in general, because everything could be good, but everything could be bad too. It's hard to see.
No, that's totally true. If the children, they know what they are doing, né? Que nem eu falei, se elas sabem o que elas estão fazendo, they are curious, they are doing good things, it's totally good for them, né? Muito bom para elas. Aprender uma língua nova, aprender qualquer coisa nova, né? Those games, like League of Legends, that you mentioned, that they can play with other people, né? Que nem a gente falou, as social skills já não estão muito boas, né? Se elas conseguem jogar um jogo com outras pessoas, também já é muito bom, só que também tem que ter cuidado com quem são as outras pessoas. There are a lot of things that you need to think about. But it's nice for them to have these options, né? Muitas opções para escolher o que pode fazer. E muitas dessas opções podem ser boas, né? So, that's it. Perfect. And Hugo, let's finish with you. What are some positive aspects of children using technology?
The faster development, the brain, and the faster the kids understand works camera, for example, or any apples. And I don't have kids, but I have a nephew, and I put he to learn English for Rafael said, Mariana said, apples of English. He has 5 years, so I put he to learn the English. For me, it's very important for learn English na idade dele. Aprender inglês nessa idade de 5 anos é mais fácil. Por exemplo, eu estou tentando aprender inglês com 28 anos. tá atrasado já, mas vai dar certo.
Não tem tempo isso não, menino. Pode aprender quando quiser. Só que realmente para criança é mais fácil mesmo, né? Elas associam as coisas com mais facilidade. Para criança tudo é mais fácil, né? Então, aprender inglês, aprender matemática, aprender a escrever. Imagina a gente ter que aprender a escrever agora. Deve ser muito mais difícil aprender a ler e a escrever mais velho, porque é uma coisa que parece fácil para gente que sabe. Mas, gente, é difícil, tá? Mas é uma coisa que é totalmente nova, né? Então, e a gente aprende quando é criança porque é mais fácil, né? E também porque a gente precisa para a vida, mas é mais fácil aprender tudo quando a gente é criança. They are totally smart. Criança muito inteligente, por isso que eu gosto delas.
Gil, é só falar pro Hugo. Eu comecei com 38, 10 anos depois do que ele.
Gente, tem alunos aqui na TALKNTALK que já tem, sei lá, 70 anos e estão aprendendo inglês agora. Não tem tempo para isso.
É verdade. Eu
Pode
participei de uma imersão com a Glorinha. Não sei se você conhece, Gil, mas ela tem 66 anos. Ela começou, faz 1 ano só a aprender inglês. E fala
Glorinha de BH
também. Ela mesma.
Glorinha de BH.
Então, falou para uma imersão sobre comida. Meu Deus do céu, que delícia.
Your cats across the screen? Glorinha.
A Glorinha tem uns gatos que ficam aparecendo, né? É verdade. So, guys, that was it for today. Quase o nosso tempo, vou parar aqui